Hey guys, it's Donnie. Today we're going to be doing some flexibility stretches for our back for those of you that are trying to get a back bend or even a scorpion. And before we get started, I'm actually going to go ahead and demonstrate the scorpion for those of you that don't know what it is. Alright, let's get started. So we're first going to get started on the ground in the downward dog pose. So go ahead and put both of your hands flat on the ground in front of you, and you're going to roll back. And the purpose of this beginning stretch is really to get all the kinks out of your spine and just to relax, and also to kind of loosen up your feet and your hamstrings and all of your muscles. And for a deeper stretch, push your hands into the ground and push backwards towards your legs. And hold it there for a few more seconds. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Really deepening into your stretch. Hold it there. And I'm going to come into my plank position. And I'm going to lower myself and bend backward and arch up, so I'm getting the reverse stretch on my back. And hold it there for a few seconds. And curl your toes under and roll it back to down dog. Push your head as far through your arms as you can go. And back to your plank. Lower your body into cobra. And stretch back. And hold it there for a few more seconds. So recently I just started my classes and I had my first test yesterday in business management, which was a huge drag. It was extremely hard. I'm exhausted. So I was wondering, what's your guys' least favorite class? And have you ever had one of those days where you've just had papers on tests all piled on in one day? I'm really dreading one of those days. And hold it there for a few more seconds and roll back to down dog. And push through your spine. Pushing your heels into the ground so you're getting a stretch in your hamstrings and calves as well. Hold it there for a few more seconds. And now we are going to extend our right leg into a penché straight and just bend it over and arch your back slightly. And if this is too difficult for you, you can definitely lower your leg so it's closer to the ground, or even just stay in downward dog. And arch it up, hold it there for a few more seconds. Stretch and down to downward dog. And switch to your left leg. Bend it back towards your head. Hold it there for a few more seconds. Arms are starting to shake. Straighten, down, and into plank, and cobra, back. And even though these are stretching positions, this is also going to be a bit of a workout, so no worries if you are struggling through this a bit. We're going to take a break and go into child's pose so we can relax our wrists, as these positions can be a little bit straining on your wrists. And roll up and press down on your wrists, stretching onto the top of your arm. And now we're going to go back down onto our stomachs. And we're going to flip over and we're going to roll out our spine a bit. And we're just going to roll back and forth. right, and flip back over. And one last time into down dog. Hold it there. And extend your right leg again. And bend it towards your head. And hold it there for a few seconds. And extend back to down dog. Switching sides towards your head. Extend and bring it back to your knees. And in this stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to take both of our hands and we're going to reach backwards towards our ankles. And I'm going to sit still for a second while all my blood is rushing back to the rest of my body. And so take my arms back and around and place both of your hands on your ankles. And a modified version of this would be to put both of your hands on the back and stretch backwards. And I'm going to walk back down to my ankles. Hold it there for a few seconds. Walk back up, almost fell over there. And all of these stretches are really good to stretch out your stomach muscles as well. All right, and back into child's pose to roll out our back. And onto your knees and kind of just roll at the back so you're releasing all the tension that you did just build up. So you're doing your reverse stretch on your back now. And back to child pose. And the next stretch that we're going to do is the pigeon pose with an arch on our back. So go ahead and take your left leg and put it in front of you into pigeon. Then just take a slight arch in your upper back. And we're going to walk it down to the ground. Take a break. And walk it back up. Walk it back down. Hold it there for a few more seconds. Then we're going to switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and switch and put your right leg in front of you. And hold it there for a few seconds before we arch back. Take a slight arch back into your upper back. And down to the ground. We're taking a break. And back up into an arch. And back to the knees. And before we extend ourselves into a back bend, I'm going to flip over and roll out my back one last time. So roll it back and forth, preparing yourselves for a back bend if you feel ready for it. And begin by putting your right hand behind your back. And now we're extending ourselves into the back bend. Rocking back and forth if you can. And rest. Good work, guys. We're going to do some inverse rolling to let go of all the tension. And relax our backs, just back and forth, rolling out your back muscles. All of those stretches are pretty hard on your back, so it's really important that we do inverse stretching now. So, to begin our inverse stretching, I I'm going to lay down on my back and take my left leg to begin with across my body. And this should really just kind of get an aim at different muscles in our backs so that we are hitting all of those muscles as opposed to just flexing into a back bend. Just hold it there for a few seconds. Pushing your shoulder onto the ground while our knee is inversely on the other side. Just relax there. And take the other side. Right leg across your body. Really pressing that shoulder into the ground. It's more important that your shoulder stays on the ground than getting your knee to the ground, so that's okay. Totally fine if your knee doesn't hit the ground. Hold it there for a few more seconds. And back to our rolling. All right, and lay down back on your back again. And this time we are going to kick our legs over our head so that we're really making sure that we're getting the opposite side of our spine and we're stretching the other side just as much as we stretched in the first half of our exercises. All right, now join me on the ground. We're gonna do another inverse stretch for our backs. So go ahead and face the wall and roll down and put your legs up towards the sky and take both of your hands and pry up your hips and just hold it there. And if you're feeling ready, kick your legs all the way over your body to really get the full effects of the inverse stretch. Hold it there for a few seconds. A little bit longer. For a deeper stretch, you can bend your knees. And extend back to the ground. And we're going to take both of our legs across our body one last time. So go ahead and start with your right leg into a passe and bring it over to the left side of your body and push it towards the ground while keeping your right shoulder pressed to the ground as well. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hold it there. And reverse. Take your left leg and put it over to the right side of your body. Hold it there. I think Stella wants to join me. Back to the center. And we're going to kick our legs up to the sky one more time. Starting in candle pose. Pry up your hips as much as you can. And take them over your head. Hold this for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it all the way down very slowly. You want to be nice to your backs. Down to the ground, and we're going to take a roll back and forth. Back and forth. And back and forth. And I'm going to face front now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit in my butterfly pose. And instead of focusing on stretching my outer thighs right here, like you normally would in butterfly, I'm going to focus on walking my hands all the way out as far as I can in front of me so I can really focus on inversing the stretch on my back. So go ahead and walk down your hands. Inversely arching your back as much as you can to get the full effects of this stretch. Hold it there for a few more seconds. And I'm going to extend my right leg now, and I'm going to do the same thing, only to the right side. So I'm targeting the left side of my body and my back. You can walk it around to the other side now. Now you're getting the right side. We're going to switch legs. And towards your left leg first. Walk it over to your right. Stretch the left side of your back. And back to butterfly. Walk them down in front of you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And roll it up all the way back. Circle your head around. And the other side. And take it to the side and pull down your head towards your shoulder. Other side.